So I need to lock back in and start listening to albums a bit more this year. I feel like I haven't listened to a lot of albums. I listened to Banks's, listened to Lloyd Banks' album, Reasons album, just only a couple. I feel like I haven't listened to a lot. And especially with it being about halfway through the year, I want to feel like I'm more well versed in what's going on in the music space. I know what's going on as far as like hip hop in general, all the drama and everything. Like I'm well aware as far as that goes. But I feel like with the music, I've kind of taken a step back. Listen to West Side Guns album. That was dope. But yeah, I also feel like maybe a lot hasn't been dropping. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of albums coming out recently. I know Wayne's supposed to be dropping, but he hasn't even dropped a single yet. Tech Nine's dropping. I'm excited for that one. Chance the Rapper, he's been dropping singles forever, but he's never dropping this album. So it's like, I don't know what. I feel like a lot of albums haven't dropped. I know Jim Jones dropped an album I got to check out. But at the same time, yeah, I just feel like not a lot of albums have come out. But I heard about Ray Vaughn's album. I've been told great things about it. Arguably album of the year. That's from what I heard. I will be the judge of that. um, but yeah, Ray Vaughn obviously just got through. Well, as far as we know, just got through battling Joey, East Coast, or yeah, the New York versus not New York, the Joey versus West Coast thing. That was dope. Win, lose or draw, he performed and he did great. I think he did very good at the very least. I think he should probably still respond to Nick Caution. Because if we're playing the who should respond to who, I mean, Joey came down to respond to you. You should respond to Nick Caution because I don't even think Nick Caution. I think Nick Caution probably, as far as like status goes, probably is above Ray Vaughn. At least in the, I don't know numbers wise, but at least standing in hip hop, like pro era, like yeah, you got to respond. Plus, you dissed him first, so I would like to see some type of response to Nick Caution. Plus, Nick Caution flamed that whole thing. So, with that being said, I'm excited to see his solo work. Well, I've been listening to his solo work, but you know what I mean, like his work individually away from the battle, unique, standalone work. I'm excited to see that because you don't know what the content's going to be. You don't know what the style is going to be because so far, most of what I've heard a few singles off this, I believe. Off the top of my head, actually, I don't know. I don't recognize any of these singles or any of these songs, so maybe I haven't heard anything off this album. But I have heard a couple singles from him that were good. But most of the stuff I've heard from him were from the battle, which was aggressive, targeted, a certain style of rap, made very quickly. So you don't want to judge it too much. You don't want to judge him too much off of that. Something clearly made in like 24 hours. You know what I mean? So, now this is the debut project to my knowledge, right? Debut TDE project. I don't feel like reading the whole bio, but I'm assuming this is the debut TDE project. Yeah. And yeah, it's something I'm assuming took his time with, sat with for a while, sequenced and produced, and like, well, I don't know if he produced it, but you know what I mean? Like it should be well thought out and orchestrated to the best of his ability. This is going to showcase the best of his abilities, I hope. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it because he was impressive in that battle, in those short turnarounds. So I'm excited to see what he can do with like a full prep time. It's like when a fighter is like, he loses a fight on like a short week notice or a short notice, like 2 week notice or something like that. But he did well. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I wonder what he could do with a full camp, you know? And this feels like a full camp Ray Vaughn. So I'm excited. Gonna lock in. What's like, 42 minutes? Yeah, so I'm excited. I don't know if it's gonna be something. It seems like it's somewhat conceptual. At least the title seems like that. The cover, it gives concept album. So I'm excited for some storytelling. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about it. So let's see if it lives up to the hype. I'm not listening to anything.
I'm finna call
Oh, there we go.
Tony right now, nigga. You over here tweaking. This nigga not answering the. Man, hey, tell this nigga he tweaking right now. This nigga talking about robbing Polly Burgers, nigga.
Robbing Polly Burgers, man. Come on, dog.
I don't know what Poly Burgers is. Is that a West Coast thing?
No,
it's Desperado mission, nigga. I'm hungry out here.
This nigga know all of us. He been knowing you since you was like 4 or 5. You know your mama, your
Oh,
granny,
God.
your uncle, you know everybody.
So he know how I'm rocking.
Man, he know we ain't finna get no chili cheese fries special around this motherfucker.
First class trip to level 4, stupid.
I'm yawning because it's 1 a.m., not because I'm bored.
Man, alright, man. Nigga gonna tap in with you later and take this dumbass nigga to the house. Alright.
Oh, this.
Yeah, I got bills piling up, fridge empty too, for a week straight, chicken noodle soup. Called from my side bitch, she said the baby do. Bucket catching all the rain, holes in my roof. Landlord beating down the door, but I ain't got the rent. So every dollar that I earn, I already spent. Niggas say your business out, that's why I'm always scared to vent. And they say they love me all the time, but
Rent from Spider-Man 2. I don't know why that just popped up in my head. You know, the landlord that's like constantly nagging him and like screaming rent at him when he's trying to run in his house. Anyway, sorry. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. That's Spider-Man 3. I digress. This intro sounds great though, by the way. Sounds fantastic so far. It's like my vibe for an intro.
I got bills piling up, fridge empty too, for a week straight, chicken noodle soup. Called from my side bitch, she said the baby do. Bucket catching all the rain, holes in my roof. Landlord beating down the door, but I ain't got the rent. So every dollar that I earn, I already spent. Niggas say your business out, that's why I'm always scared to vent. And they say they love me all the time, but I still ain't convinced. I don't know if God saying fuck me or my luck just gone. Cause every time I turn around, there's something else going wrong. That nigga that invented flocking, I bet he was broke. If I leave the house and go back with nothing, it's a long way home. I'm scared that if I go to sleep, then I might die bum. I'm scared my people can't count on me, I ain't scared of dying young. I made 450, the first thing I did was buy a gun. I had 8 jobs this year and I got fired from everyone.
Sometimes my nights could get long, my nigga. Sometimes I feel like getting wrong, my nigga. Most of the time I be alone, my nigga. Praying for the day I could be home, yeah.
Life been hitting hard now.
So far, at least, it's not anything technical or anything impressive lyrically, I would say, but that's not the focus. Clearly, the song is designed to connect, is designed to resonate and tell his story in an impactful way, and in a blunt way. And I think it's working. I think the skit in the beginning, skits in general, can be a bit dangerous because it affects replay value, right? Because like every time I replay the song, I'm gonna have to listen to a skit. So I would prefer the skits be on a different track, but that's not what we got here. Example. Logic, College Park. The skits on there. 1, they're not good. 2, they're attached to the songs. So anytime I want to go listen to the songs, I have to listen to it. Or when I am listening to the songs in like a playlist or something, there's a skit at the end of it, like that's a minute long. Then I have to pick up my phone, skip it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a dangerous game to play if the skits themselves aren't necessarily replayable or fun to listen to. Where I think like on Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, the skits on those songs, they're almost as iconic as the songs themselves. So you're always going to listen to them, you know?
My nigga, most of the time I be alone, my nigga. Praying for the day I could be home, yeah.
Life been hitting hard, now I fucking had it. Can't afford no diapers, baby mama bad shit. Bill collector calling mine, doing backflips. I'm on my dick, dog, gotta make something happen. If you was gonna help, it would be automatic. If you was gonna help, it would be automatic. Bill collector calling mine, doing backflips. I'm on my dick, dog, gotta make something happen. Had to pawn what I could and sell what I had. Now all my dreams feel distant when the luck this bad. My car broke down this past week and I've been sleeping in it. Then I broke down talking to mama, said I need a minute. Phone disconnected, God didn't win they wall. At the same time I see my stepdaddy hit a A-ball. That's true life. Either
so
way,
sorry.
it is what it is.
Headphones fell off.
And I've been sleeping in it. Then I broke down talking to mama, said I need a minute. Phone disconnected, God hard, then when they wall. At the same time, I see my stepdaddy hit a 8-ball. That's tree of life. Either way, it is what it is. Had to split a 6-piece nugget with my motherfucking kids. That type
my
of pain
God.
make your heart explode. I love them all with my whole chest. I hope my daughters know. If I get caught and I get sent up to that level 4, don't let no nigga that you fucking ever call you hoe. Oh yeah.
Sometimes when nights could get long, my nigga. Sometimes I feel
Yeah, man, this is, he's just venting on this one, which is like the benefit of a debut album is we haven't heard your experience before. We don't know what you've been through. We don't know anything about you. So you can dump everything on this album and it's going to sound fresh. Now, the tricky part is that sophomore slump. After you dump everything, what else do you have to say? So that's where the tricky part comes in, right? Because like you can't do this for another album, right? Like how do you progress from there? So yeah, that's a challenge for another time later on, right? He's also grown. That is coming through in this music, but then also that's also making his experience unique, which is something I feel like is missed in hip hop because he is allegedly he's 32. That's what Joey and Nick Caution's been saying, but they're promoting him as 28. I don't know what the deal is. Regardless, 28 or 32, he's a grown man who has experiences, who's had jobs, who's had children, who's had, you know what I mean? From the sounds of it, if everything here is true, if this isn't like a fictional tale, which would be fine, by the way, it's storytelling. But assuming all of this is real, the adult experience, I feel like, is what's missed in hip hop nowadays, because over the past, I would say for the 2010s decade onward, labels and just the culture in general has been skewing younger and been looking for younger talent to F over. To be quite frank, they're just easier to screw over and manipulate and milk and then dump off in the street, opposed to an older adult that's like not going to accept every deal. That's going to be a little bit, it's going to give you some pushback, you know. I have opinions on that, but also when you do skew younger, which isn't an issue to these labels and to fans that just want to hear dumb stuff all the time and don't really care about any introspective music, you don't have a lot of experiences. So all you're going to do is regurgitate the things you've heard before, which is just, I get money, I F B words, I do this, I do that, I shoot this, I shoot that. You're just going to hear the exact same things over and over again, just regurgitated to you in a different package, probably over the same beat, the same, just the same experiences. It's not a lot of introspection, and when it is introspection, it's pretty surface level then too, opposed to, I feel like back in the day, even like the 2000s, when artists were getting put on or blowing up, they typically were a little older. Jay-Z was older, 50 was older, M was older. These were grown adults at this point with experiences, daughters, children, jobs, you know, like Eminem was in his late 20s. I believe 50 was in his late 20s, Jay late 20s. Like they all had their own unique experiences. Obviously you have other dudes who were younger too, right? But for the sake of my example, we just had a lot more older guys in music with those older perspectives. At that point in your life, you kind of already have your views of the world shaped already. I mean, things change still over time, right? But you have a set view of life. You know what it's like. You know what stresses you out. Know what you're going through, and you just have more of an adult perspective opposed to a childish perspective. And I feel like that's what we're getting here. It's like it's an adult perspective, a young adult perspective, you know, like he's still, even if he is 32, like that is still somewhat of a younger adult, you know. He's not an old dude by any means, right? But his opinions and perspectives of the world are established. I mean, I'm sure he has political views, I'm sure he has financial views, and he knows how to make doctor's appointments by himself, you know. Like I doubt Lil Yachty knew how to do that when he first started blowing up. I remember Lil Yachty in some interviews said he never had a job before, he like never filled out an application before, never had a job before he blew up. What perspective can someone like that offer you? Realistically, like what can he offer you? Like, yeah, you can jump around to the music if you like it, I guess, but as far as like perspective and content, what can he offer? And that's whether that's his podcast or his music, like So for me, this is refreshing. And I really like this a lot. He's just venting right now. I could nitpick, oh, I wish he would have rhymed this and this, that, but like clearly he's just venting. This isn't that type of track. It's an intro, get to know me. I'm dumping everything on you. I love it. I think it's great. My only gripe would be like, I wish that intro skit was separated just so when I do return to this, I don't have to listen to that every time. But aside from that, I love it. Musically, I think it's great too. It's fantastic. Gemaine. Interesting way of, I mean, is his name Jermaine, I'm assuming, but it's just spelled Gemaine. I don't know.
Can't afford no diapers, baby mama bashing. Bill collector calling mine, doing backflips. I'm on my dick, dog. Gotta make something happen. If you was gonna help, it would be automatic. If you was gonna help, it would be automatic. Bill collector calling mine, doing backflips. I'm on my dick, dog. Gotta make something happen.
Gotta make a way every step. Gotta revert every move. Watch, gotta grunge till my feet hurt. One slip up and I'm
dang.
I just wanna be on is a t-shirt. Last thing I wanna be on
is a t-shirt. Yeah, man, that's
last thing I wanna be on is a t.
Tough transition. Oh, into triple XLT. That's fire. That's fire. I remember my dad told me if he ever, something ever happens, don't let anybody put him on a t-shirt. But yeah, no, I'm right there with him. Don't put me on a shirt, brother. You can. Don't give them that. Don't give them the. Don't let anybody say they put me on a shirt. Put me on some mugs or something. But yeah, no, that was fire. Transition sounds dope too. So yeah, we're gonna get into triple XLT.